All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give our honor and praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakadash. We say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashem Makakadash. And we give double honors to the apostle elders, which are the apostle elders of Great Millstone, which have diligently done the work for many years. And we're in the time of 2021, which is showing itself to be the hastening, the coming of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Man, things are taking place. That's why you see the time that we come into now is a very beautiful but yet scary time. This is just gonna be a GMS in spirit, thinking out loud, because there's just a few news stories, news updates and different things. But the main thing now that we're coming to the Pesach, the Passover, and this is just like last year when things were heating up. We didn't realize what it was gonna be, to the time we at now, man. And things have changed, man. I mean, drastic, from the White House being raided to, different major events that's taking place, man, that we wouldn't have guessed. Worldwide shutdowns. The financial market is where it's at. You see the checks that's being given out, things that you never thought would happen. If you say in 2019, somebody told you in the beginning of 2019, you would have never guessed half of these things. And you could have guessed extreme, especially those that are, have paid attention to the news and look into what they call conspiracy theories, things that are taking place that are at a all-time level of spiritual things happening, man. And why is this taking place? Is for the redemption of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is the biblical 12 tribes of Israel. That's what's happening right now. This is a time where, just like in the time of Egypt, the Lord put the spirit on Moses to tell the people to get themselves ready, get themselves ready, and we've made ourselves ready in the sacrifice, in the spiritual sacrifice we have now is Yahweh Shai being on the doorpost of our minds, man. All right, the apostles and elders that went into that and they broke that down, that the Lord has put his blood on our minds. That's why it says, to renew them again, because now he's giving it to us in our mental. That's the house of our minds, where you get the word bodeg. Okay, so that's the Lord has put the spirit on our minds to have his name and have his son's name in our minds. That's the time of the real Passover. All right, that's the Lord said we shall no longer speak at the time of Egypt. Let me pull that real quick, but that's what you're seeing take place now. The Lord has given us this and says he's going to come in and sup with us. Sup where? In our minds. So the Lord himself is going to come because he says he comes in the volume of the book, man. All right? He's opening our minds to this truth, man. And a lot of people can't see this truth because they're not being supped with. All right? It says Revelations 3:20, and it says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice," and it says, what? The sheep heareth my voice. Let's get that precept. That's why it says precept must be upon precept. Line upon line, here a little and there a little. Because what's happening now, the voice of the Lord is coming by way of this truth, and it's come out to the four corners of the planet Earth. That's why it says in the land where you were said you were not my people, there it shall be said you are the sons of the living power, man. We're being given our identity back, and David said it also. It says what? He prepared a table for me in the midst of mine enemies. This is John 10:27. It says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." See? My sheep hear my voice, and I know them. That's why the Lord went to the man, his disciples, and he knew them. He knew who they was. That's why he said, "Follow me," and they followed him because their spirit yearned to know that was what? The Messiah. That was the anointed one. All right? So let's jump back into the precept. This is Revelation 3:20. And it says, "Behold, I stand at the door of what? Your mind. And knock. If any man hear my voice," which was that what? We just read that. The sheep hear my voice. So the man is also likened unto a sheep. Men can be likened unto sheep. So if the sheep hear my voice, Okay, but it's saying man here. If it says, if any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me. That's that iron sharpening iron, iron sharpening iron. So the Lord comes in and he sups with us and gives us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. And we therefore give our bodies as living sacrifice and praise the Lord and give glory unto him, man. You know, and pray to the Lord. That's why it says the prayers of the saints. If we don't have the Lord's name, how's he going to receive the prayers of the saints? So there's going to be a time the Lord gives his name unto his chosen, and then they pray unto him, and then and the angels in heaven collect the prayers of the saints, man. Okay? So this you know, I just want to touch on that base. But the time we at now, you're seeing things take place where they're going to demonize this truth and try to tie, you know, this truth in with some kind of movement or some kind of off thing. Well, that's in the plans too. That's in the plans, because this word is not going to be pushed into a corner. The Lord has sat back and watched the world just go crazy, man, do everything that they will under the sun, and he hasn't said anything, man. You know. But now it's time for the Lord to act, man. It's time for the Lord to act, and now the elite is witnessing that by him waking up the children of Israel. They tried so much to blind us and keep us in darkness, but now you see us waking up. So you see the power is with the Lord, man. This is the book of Isaiah 42 and 14. It says, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. See? That's what you see. The Lord said he's no longer going to hold his peace. He's no longer going to stand in the back and let the wickedness go on. See? But he set Esau up, man. Hold on, let me get this precept. This is gonna answer the question. The precept's gonna answer it pretty much. You know, I could say something, but the precept hits it. This is Psalms 50 and 21, and it says, "What these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself." Esau thought the Lord was with it. With all the stuff you see going on, he thought the Lord was with it, man. He didn't realize that was just to let his words come to pass. That what? Job 9 and 24. It says what? The wicked is going to cover the faces of the judges thereof, man. So that had to come to pass. He had to let the wicked grow to a certain extent that they could fulfill these words. They had to go up to heaven. They had to climb up to heaven. They had to set their nest in the heaven. So they had to have such an amount of technology. The Lord had to walk him to that prophecy. He had to walk him to the missiles. He had to walk him. It wasn't for his own glory. The Lord had to walk him there, man. Because he had to do the things, GMO. He had to figure out how to GMO. He had to figure out how to do the abortion. All the things he's doing now, man. Okay, the transforming, all those things had to be done. So the Lord had to walk Esau to that point. But that point was for his own downfall. So I'm going to play this quick clip to show that they're going to paint Jake because they're doing a gun grab right now. All right, so they're going to try to put a lot of pieces on the board. So let me play this real quick.
First, look at the man suspected of having all those weapons in a local Publix. This is the mugshot of the 22-year-old who just got this. Here he is, Rico Marley. He's the man police say brought all those weapons into the Publix at Atlantic Station. He's scheduled for court at 11 o'clock this morning. Atlanta police upgraded charges to 6 weapons charges and 5 counts.
And those are exactly the weapons that they want to grab, man. I mean, you can just see that's the agenda behind it. Why would you need all that? You know, why would you need all those things, man? But it says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. But hey, you can take them guns, man. Hey, get them. That's your guns. That's your blessing. Come grab it, man. Ain't nobody want them guns. Ain't nobody want them, man. That's not what we here for. We're supposed to be what? Harmless as doves. Just like a dove. Nobody's scared of a dove unless you're afraid of birds. I can see that. But normally people aren't afraid of doves. Doves are timid type of creatures. You know, just like a worm. You know, that's what we set up to be. We're set up to be worms. It says, be harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent. All right, wise as a serpent. You don't see too many snakes getting ran over. You see a lot of, yeah, you'll see snakes, but it's too much. You know, it's like they sort of stem to stay away from that. But where it says, but be gentle as a dove, is don't go out there with the rah spirit. That I'm a warrior in the time. The warrior we should be with the scriptures, and the warrior we should be is fighting against our sins, man. Fighting against this flesh. That's the main culprit of everything, man. So that's what we need to fight. But you got guys out here that want to, you know, let the flesh go over the truth. You know, claim a block and this and that. That all breeds it all breeds uncertainty. Because you leaning on Esau's stuff, man. You ain't really leaning on the Lord's, because the Lord said what? Brush off that feet. If the place does not accept you, brush the dirt off your feet and keep it moving. Not fight over it. That's what gangs do. That's what the Edomites set up gangs. Because a lot of the gang signs they throw up, they go back to Masonic signs. They go back to Masonic hand signs. Jake didn't pick that up on their own. You know, Esau taught them that, or Esau had it in books and then retaught them that in this wicked way, man. All right, but this next one is RFID tag chips, market trends. They say if you want to know the culprit, follow the money. Follow the money, man. The money leads right to who's benefiting, who's getting the most benefit out of this thing. Even if it's a company that don't seem like they would be doing something, but somebody's behind them that's getting the benefit from it. So it says what? RFID tag chips market trends and forecast for 2028. So they're saying through this article that the tag industry is going up. The RFID tag industry is going up, man. It says this report studies the global RFID tag chip market and analyzes leading key players to understand the competitive global. The report elaborates on the dynamic growth market and is used to analyze the different scenarios of the industry. And the quantitative data helps to promote a clear vision of all the situations of structure of the growth of the RFID tag chip market. So this is increasing. So everything is what? It's leading to that bread. It's leading to the what? The mark of the beast. All right, the MOB. So you got to see that it's getting set up. Just with the so-called everything you see happening now. That's all to lead us to that new financial system where you're gonna have mining. People are gonna have to mine themselves. They're gonna turn people into pretty much, you know, you're going back to the days of cotton fields. That's it. You like it or not. You don't like it, hey, you don't got to be in the society then. And that ain't gonna be it's an easy thing to do. All right, let's jump into this next story. Because you see, this Iran situation also is something you got to watch. Everything you got to watch simultaneously, man. Because it says that the U.S. and Iran are coming to an impasse. What's the word? What's the impasse mean? Let's look that up. It says impasse, a situation in which no progress is possible, especially because of disagreements, a deadlock. So we at that time. At any moment, because they said one's not budging. Iran's not budging, US ain't budging. They're at an impasse. That means no one's gonna give any more room on that rope. So what's gonna happen? We gotta go to war. That's what happens through history. This is historical facts. This is historical evidence. When two nations, especially a superpower, gets entanglement with another nation that's not a superpower, and they don't do what they want them to do, there's an impasse. And what does that impasse say? You got to go to war. It says affording. It says what? Affording no obvious escape. So this is a trap. They can't undo it. They cannot undo this. They have to go ahead with war. And once that happens, then that's going to fulfill prophecy. Okay? That's gonna fulfill prophecy. Once that takes place, it's over with, man. And then you got the RFID chip, which is going right behind it, right in front of it. So it's simultaneously gonna take place. It says impact. Because it says the word of the Lord shall not go out void. So everything you see take place now is what? The words of the Lord coming to pass in our time. So when these things come to pass, then the words of the Lord, the prophecies have to be fulfilled behind that. Hold on, Salaki, let me get this. Now it wants to freeze on me. Oh man. I mean, I'm still talk though. I mean, just in case it's starting to load up for me. But this impasse is this beautiful situation because this is all to get us up out of here, man. This ain't for us to chill here and build something and no, this is to get us up out of here, man. All right, the Lord said He's gonna grab His elect. And we're gonna go back to life. What we've been living is not life. It ain't been life, man. It's been a GMO life. It's been genetically altered. You lied to. You don't know who you are, and you don't get to live in peace. And get to earn wages according to what it is, man. So that's what we're waiting on. This is the time of the earth being refreshed, and the Passover is a prime example of that. Because what happened after the Passover? The Lord brought us up out of Egypt. That wasn't a bad thing. The Passover set off good things happening for us. We went into the wilderness, but we weren't in slavery. We weren't in bondage. We were just made to work. It says they took the straw away from us. That means they intensified the labor we had to do, man. So it was impossible for us to do a good job. Because the things we needed and the equipment we needed to fulfill their needs, they took from us, man. So the same thing now, you see it. They're making an impasse. They're not going to give you equality. They're not going to give you a sense of being. They don't want that. They're just going to say, look, you're going to be here. We understand what we've done to you, but you won't have to eat it. That's it. That's what they're saying. So what's going to happen now, this Lord willing, this Passover is going to do the same, man. Just like last year's, man. Last year's was a beautiful time also because we've seen what? Things take place for the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai that we haven't seen in a long time. We ain't seen it, man. People that used to say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. They were trying to get a hold of me. They were trying to do this. They were trying to do that. Hey, because look, people know, it says, you shall know that the prophet is being among you when these things come to pass. Because we weren't speaking good. We said there was going to be bad coming. We didn't know what kind of bad. But look what took place. Evil. Where the whole world now is changed behind that, man. It never go back to being the same. It will not, man. Okay? Because that will loose up control. They'll loosen up a little bit, but they still won't loosen it up as much as they had it, man. Because they've given up an opportunity. All right, so let's get a couple of these precepts and we'll close out. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 16. All right, this is what we're preparing for, 4 and 16. It says, it's 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 16. Start at 15. It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Because you're going to have those that pass away in this truth that comes back, man. They're gonna be raised up. This is verse 16. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven. It means he's gonna come down. He's gonna come down from heaven, and he's gonna show up in what you call extraterrestrial vehicle, man. All right, that's the simplest way to put it in your mind, but it ain't simple. You said the prophet, it says he would have seen the place that it was cut, but he couldn't. It means he couldn't even see the end of the chariot. That's how big it was, because it's coming as a power, man. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump. Because you see what? Where it says man, it's in Revelation where it says, here we go. This is here we go, I got it. The water. This precept has been coming a lot. This precept has been coming up a lot, man. This is Revelation 14 and 15. It says the Lord going to descend with the shout of the archangel, right? This is Revelation 14 and verse 15. It says, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice unto him that sat on the cloud. That's that same mountain. That's the same mountain that he's coming in. Not saying, but this is an angel that's getting ready to talk to Yahweh Shai on the cloud. And this is what he said. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. See that? That's why it says the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Yahweh Shai seen it even when he was in the spirit, in the flesh. He said the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Now let's read this. This is First Thessalonians 14 and verse 15. And it says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we are, verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. All right. Now we got to get, what's that shout? What's the shout? That's why it says precept must be upon precept. See? Why is the Lord shouting, man? You have to have a precept for that. And it answers it, because it's different prophets were given different pieces of the puzzle. So you need all the prophets to complete the puzzle. If you don't have all the prophets and the understanding, you can't complete the puzzle, man. It's like going through tests, like going through different gauntlets. The gauntlet of Jeremiah, the gauntlet of Isaiah. And once you complete those gauntlets by understanding them, then you put the gauntlets together. Then you're going to see it. Then you'll see what you're going to see what the picture looks like. This is, now you're going to see, this is Isaiah 14. Oh, let me pull it up here. So like it. This is Isaiah 42 and verse 14. Why is he crying like a travailing woman? Why is he crying? He said he's going to descend with a shout, man. Why is he going to descend with a shout? This is Isaiah 42 and verse 14. And we pulled this up earlier, but we didn't finish it. So the Spirit wanted us to finish it, man. This is Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time hold my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. What's a travailing woman? A woman that's given birth. That's a woman. That's a travailing woman. So the Lord said he's going to cry like a woman in birth pains, man. Because this is a kingdom getting ready to come to pass. All the times had to be quiet and let Esau do what he's done, and let the blood of the saints spill on the planet Earth like flowing water, man. So it's time for the Lord. He said he's going to cry like a travailing woman. And it says, and I will destroy and devour at once. Read it again. I have long time hold my peace. I've been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman, and will destroy and devour at once. Now let's jump back to Revelations 14. It says what? Revelations 14 and 15. And another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. See, now let's jump to 1 Thessalonians 14 and verse 16. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, see, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, man. So he's come. That's not something that sounds like he's coming. He's gonna comfort his elect, man. Wherefore comfort one another with these words, man. That's what we're telling you. The Lord's coming in. If the world is going to go through something, that's for the world, man. It ain't for those that believe. And for those that believe, it's a just coin, man. It's a two-sided coin. The Lord is going to flip the same coin, and it's going to land on the lot of what? On the righteous or the lot of the wicked, man. That's the Passover. You know, the Lord is coming to flip that coin on. The Batman character always flip the coin. You know, the lot. He pretty much was I think it was Two-Face. He was to judge you according to the lot. You know, so that's the same thing that's coming, man. If you fall on the good side, you fall on the good, man. You know, but the world that is you see today, it can't persist, it can't go on, it can't flourish, man. The Lord is looking to what? Just like you burn the field before you plant on it. You put the nitrogen back in the soil. You put that chemical it needs for it to grow and be better, man. That's what you see. The Lord is a cropman. He's a husbandman. He's coming to burn the field before he plants it again. And what is he going to plant it? He's going to plant it with the righteous seed, man. He's going to plant it with those that are ready to embrace the world to come, man. It's going to be a beautiful planet. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful place to be a part of, man. That's what everybody needs to realize, but it's only going to be to those that can, man. So, you know, so this Passover is just a time of resetting, getting ourselves prepared for the world to come. Lord willing, we be a part of that hopeful number, man. And, you know, we look to these times as an honor to be able to praise the Lord, even though we can't fulfill it perfectly. We still look at it as an honor to be able to do it and to say that we're trying, you know, and to have his name and his words and to dedicate it to him. You know, these are days that are for the Lord, not for us. You know, it's to allow the Lord, just like Moses told Moses to tell the children of Israel to cleanse themselves, and he's going to visit us. He's going to come onto us. So these are the times where he comes close to us, and you know, if Lord willing, we pray and give you know, and ask for good things and ask for strength and preserve and to cloak us through these times, man. You know, in the coming year, you know, that's what we ask in these times. So it's just, you know, it's just speaking out loud. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I just wanted to touch news on the same time too. But hey, the times we coming to are beautiful, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karkadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karkadash. Till the next time, Shalom. Keep fighting, keep pushing. You're almost home. Shalom.